So in the end, Miguel Angel Novel does leave us for Las Palmas, but we're now the 9th of April. Our youth intake has just arrived, and we've replaced our set-piece coach. Admittedly, Sergio Ortega is not as good, but I don't think it's the end of the world either. He also gives us knowledge of Belgium, but he was the best I could find at the time, and I was kind of desperate at the time to really find someone, so it's not my funnest find, I will be honest, but at least we found someone. Anyway, let's go with the games we've had since we last met. The first game we had was against Recreativa de Javier, and this goal is perhaps my favourite goal we've ever scored because of how much that set piece was worked, and also what they did to the goalkeeper. We doubled our lead. 3 minutes later, Martos again scoring a goal to double our advantage and double his tally for the day. And in the 84th and 87th minute of the game, we win the game 2-0. Martos has since announced he's going to retire. Clearly he thought his goal was so good, he could not replicate it. The next game we had was against Milena, and we were beaten 2-1. We generally just did not do well at all. Danny Garcia getting the opening goal there. I thought we could do better. Turns out we couldn't. And when they get their second goal, I really am starting to panic a little bit because it's really well worked again. I'm definitely getting frustrated. I thought we could do better than this. We do get a goal back, thankfully, to at least give us something. And I thought after we scored this goal, we can get an equaliser. Nestor with the goal back. Unfortunately, we didn't do anything else with it, despite having a lot of chances. Oh, we did miss a penalty. When this penalty is awarded to us, I'm thinking we're going to score it. Diego's not going to miss, even if he's got a knock. But no, Sahai saves it, and that was frustrating. So we definitely should have won the game. We then took an Almeria B and lost 3-0. We kind of gave them away needlessly here. Guzman gets caught. Esteban, who is injured because my centre-back Tonna elbowed him in the face, got the opening goal. We then conceded 2 goals early on in the second half. Well, we conceded this goal afterwards. Oliver scores it. They go down to 10 men themselves, and then they score from this goal as well. Admittedly, this is just an outstanding finish, and we're just unfortunate to have conceded that goal. But we lose 3-0 to Almeria's B team, and it was not a pretty sight. We then took on Cordoba B and lost by a goal to 0. The winter break has absolutely not helped our form. We've definitely gotten worse, and Bajolan scoring the goal did not help my confidence or my mood in the slightest. He then went off injured towards the end, so slightly awkward, but it is what it is. We then went into the game against Racing Catania looking for a response, and we got it. Brian scoring the opening goal inside 43 minutes as we win this game 3-0. We get another goal from a corner this time. Mato getting his first ever goal. The 6'4" centre-back finally showing he can be lethal for set pieces. And then we get a third here. Martin gets his first goal with that effort. A delightful finish. Late on, to ensure we win by 3-0 in a game we absolutely dominated from start to finish. We were just really good today, and it was nice to see. We then took on the Leres and went 1-0 down inside 50 minutes from the set piece. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the better of the second ball here, but Lucas getting the opening goal. Then Blasco scores the equaliser from the penalty spot. He has yet to miss a penalty this season, and that record is something I will cherish for a long time to come. Could we have done more? Yes. Could we have done less? Also yes. But we survived, and we got to share the spoils against the rivals, so I can't complain. We then took on the Lessie and lost 2-0. They got the opening goal from the set piece. Unfortunately, as good as we are from set pieces, we're also bad at defending them. And then they doubled their lead from this effort. 47 minutes in, Nani finds Monteverde. He goes and shoots. Keeper's wrong-footed, and it's a 2-goal lead. And that's the last she wrote. He also gets injured at the end of the game anyway, so apparently my players are taking out the opposition who score against them, which is a bit much, but okay. We then take on San Fernando and get them in the counter-attack as we take the lead in this 1-0 draw. Brian getting the opening goal of the game. When we can counter a team like that, it's wonderful. Unfortunately, they did get the equalising goal in the second half. I thought we were going to be able to beat them here. They've never beaten us, I don't believe, but Ramos with that effort was it's just a really good goal. Frustrating that that was a goal that they scored, and that we did better after they scored as well. But for whatever reason, we just couldn't hold on to the lead, and that was disappointing. We then took on Atletico San Lucano in what is the worst game of the season so far, despite the fact Gabari scores the best goal you will see in a long time. That was the only 1 or 2 shots on target, and they completely dominated after that goal. They kind of took offense to the fact we scored, and that's unlucky that it's come back to their player after it hits the post. And then they get the second goal in 66 minutes to get the lead for the first time, and once they did, they never looked like they were going to give it up. And it got to the point that the fans were angry with how defensive we were playing, apparently. We had just 2 shots. They completely dominated us after we got the opening goal, and it was very frustrating to watch. So, yes, I can understand the fans' frustration. I was livid too. So then we took on Mother, the worst team in the league, and destroyed them by 4-1. Yeah, we were good in this game. Blasco scoring his first ever goal that's not a penalty for that effort. A delightful finish. We then double our lead with this goal, and Lozano finding, well, didn't find one, but Brian's on his area. He finds Gabari, and Gabari scores another long-range effort to prove his repertoire of long-range shots is not a fluke. He then helps set up the goal here with Ruben finding the ball and getting the cross into Nestor. But they did get a goal back. I believe it's their goal back here. And Salazar scores this effort, which I was disappointed by because I wanted a clean sheet. We didn't get it. Saves me some money, I suppose, but we get the 4th not too long afterwards in the second half. And Guzman finds Brian. Brian finds the back of the net. And we're winning 4-1. A good result. Though the fact we left them have 15 shots was disappointing as far as I'm concerned. We should be doing better than that. We then took on Marbella and went behind just before the first half ends. This effort hits the post, and again, Caballero finds the rebound, and it's a goal they score, but then we kind of latched onto their poor passes here, and Lozano is not going to take that invitation and not latch onto it. He's going to take advantage of it, and he's going to score the equalising goal to get us to share the spoils, which I was delighted by. Guzman unfortunately got injured, and he's still injured to this day. He is coming back from injury soon, though. We then won the next game by 1-0. Not often we win by 1-0, but Lozano finds Brian. He plays across to find Gabari, and Gabari scores to make it 1-0 to get the only goal of the game against Lemonese. So, a happy day, and another 3 points to our collection, which is always nice. We then took on Agaceros and lost by 3-2. We beat them earlier in the season, so perhaps I was expecting this, but I wasn't expecting us to give up the goal so early on. But we equalised. Blasco scoring this penalty to continue his record of scoring every single penalty so far in his career. It's just unfortunate that they responded immediately afterwards by getting this goal. They're now a pitch, absolutely playing a part here. And yeah, it's not great defending, is it? And then they score in the 72nd minute of the game, I think after going down to 10 minutes as well at this point. So very disappointed with our defending. And also the goalkeeper made a bit of a howler here. Harry Sanchez, why are you going for that? Still, we got a goal back, and Diego plays his ball through to Martin. Martin plays it and shoots and scores. It's a good response. Shame we lost the game, but we're already safe as far as I'm concerned. Even if we're now down to 9th place and have only won 4 games, I believe, in the last 13 matches, so we're not exactly in great form. We've lost more games than we've won and drawn, which again, not great, but we are safe. We cannot finish in the bottom 6, so we should be good. I just want to avoid finishing in 11th place again, because I don't want that to be our regular finishing position. Even if we can technically still mathematically get 5th place, we're only going to get 9th place at best, so we're hopefully going to do better in the future. But now, the youth intake, and this is what I was hoping for. More high-quality players. It's just a shame their personalities are really, really bad. Manuel Gomez, unambitious. Do not need that. Deep line playmaker though, so definitely could be fighting Blasco for the spot there. Francisco Jose Silva. Another balanced player who's an advanced playmaker on the wings. Can also be a striker as a deep line forward, but that's not very good. But wide midfielder and advanced playmaker on the wings. He needs to do better with his dribbling and his crossing before I can really take him seriously in the roles. And his finishing a 3 is not going to help him either, but he's got some decent attributes. It's just a shame his balance is only 2. Roberto Lopez Ruiz actually could be useful. It's just a shame he's only got 4 determination, but he's got 16 flair, so could be a creative player. Could be a deep line playmaker on defend. He's got 11 tackling, 13 technique, so definitely has some things I like his decision making as well. 15 bravery, so he's definitely going to get stuck in. He just needs to grow, and we could make him better. We also need to make sure he's not a low determination player either, so let's work on that. Manuel, though, is looking good. Centre back, who's fairly ambitious. A physical player, apparently. That's his playing style. 15 jumping reach, 11 tackling, 14 aggression, 16 bravery. He's going to get stuck in. Whether he should be doing it or not remains to be seen. Eduardo's also another left back, and very unambitious, very inconsistent, but more competition for the role, not terrible. Ruben Ruiz is also a decent right back, who is inconsistent, but he's fairly ambitious, so can definitely get better. He's also a wingback on attack naturally, which is very useful. I don't think I want to use him as that though, quite frankly. He's got a lot of room to grow and a lot of errors he's probably going to make. We've also got Francisco, who unfortunately is unambitious, but is also a winger with free crossing. Physicals are good though, just can't cross to save his life. That's a problem. Last year we had a load of left wingers, this year we got a load of right wingers, and the inconsistency is another problem. Also, we got Jose Antonio Gutierrez as a goalkeeper who's unambitious and inconsistent. How do you even work with that? So it's not completely terrible, and we do need goalkeepers to come through sooner rather than later, but do I really want a goalkeeper that's inconsistent? I don't think I do. This is also Rafael. He's 6'4". He is a wide target forward, though I think he's more of a fullback, quite frankly, because that's his natural position. And he's not terrible. Is it mad that if he gets better, he could be a good inverted fullback? Am I crazy for thinking that? Because yes, he's got some decent attributes, but he's not perfect, and he definitely could get better. Inconsistent, unfortunately, and not got the strength to really work with, but he's not terrible. We're also going to cover Oscar, because he's the last of the 3-star potential ability players. Annoyingly, he's got the best personality with Resolute, and he's reserved. Media handling style is great. He's also consistent. Why can I not have that personality and consistency with someone who's actually got good potential? For goodness sake. But there we go. Those are all the players I want to talk about. The 2 professional players at the very bottom. Annoyed that they are not on the players with bad personalities, but what can you do? However, what I'm going to do is end this here. We're going to review the season tomorrow, because that's what we should be doing. But I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.